One of the biggest gaps in providing a healthier and safer environment for day laborers is the lack of enforcement of the laws that protect workers. Cal OSHA, the state occupational safety and health agency, is responsible for enforcing these laws, but OSHA lacks the manpower to do regular inspections of workplaces and relies on workers' complaints to alert them to the need for inspections. This complaint-driven enforcement system is a barrier for day laborers. Workers wishing to make a complaint need to call a regional OSHA office. Having heard negative stories from their peers about making complaints, many day laborers are hesitant to complain to a government agency for fear of getting fired or deported. At the same time, OSHA has a limited number of bilingual staff, which limits its education with many non-English speaking day laborers. To bridge this gap, advocates of immigrant workers have suggested that having a local, no-governmental liaison between immigrant workers and OSHA to whom workers make complaints. Unidos decided to pilot this suggestion by training a day laborer to become a consejero de salud y seguridad, or health and safety consultant. The goal was for the consultant to help day laborers make complaints to call OSHA and to help workers follow through with their workers' compensation claims. As the consultant began to dialogue with day laborers, it became apparent that most day laborers have not thought much about job hazards, preventing injuries, or making a formal complaint about the hazards. The health and safety consultant nodded.
Nunca se mencionan cosas de salud y seguridad, pero si hago específicamente una pregunta acerca de esto, la gente habla como una de las cosas más importantes que afectan sus vidas, que afectan su habilidad de trabajar y vivir. Por esta razón yo pienso que hay necesidad de más educación para ayudarles a la gente a entender cosas sobre salud y seguridad y entender cómo les impacta en sus vidas.
To raise awareness, the consultant began visiting different sites within the city where day laborers spend time, including the street corners, the Day Labor Center, the Guatemalan Embassy, day labor medical clinics, and other community-based agencies where day laborers look for jobs. At fixed sites, the consultant developed charlas, or short talks, on several topics and rotate through the talks during the regular site visits. The topics included worker rights, wages, health and safety, sick leave, how to prevent injuries of muscles, tendons, and nerves, and how to work safely with chemicals. At the end of each visit with the day laborers, the consultant will pass out his business card and encourage the participants to call him with health and safety related questions. In 14 months, the consultant received 150 calls. The majority of the callers wanted to know how to find a job, and a smaller percentage of the calls were about recuperating unpaid wages. Although none of the callers focused on health and safety, the consultant observed the in-person short talks helped raise awareness of these issues. To further get the word out, the consultant promoted health and safety in existing day labor and domestic worker networks. As a member of the National Day Labor Organizing Network, the consultant proposed and then helped organize 2 trainings on occupational safety and health for the Northern California Day Labor Centers. These trainings led to the network to launch a campaign on workers' health and safety. Finally, the consultant was able to arrange for a half-hour talk show on the Spanish TV network, with a panel that included a Cal OSHA inspector, a day laborer, a domestic worker, health workers, a lawyer, and a day labor organizer. The creation of the Health and Safety Consultant is another example of how Unidos activities help increase the marketability of those involved in the project. As a result of the trainings that he had received and the network he had developed while working as a consultant, the consultant gained the reputation for being a good trainer who is knowledgeable of health topics. Since Unidos, he has been paid by several immigrant worker organizations in San Francisco area to do occupational rights and prevention trainings.